This thing cranked up. Let's go. What's up, everybody? What's happening? We're here. Welcome to the Bryce Boudreaux Show, the second ever episode of the show. It's truly become quite the thing. BFC 72 was last night in New Orleans, um, and I gotta say before we get into talking about the event itself, uh, thank you to everybody that came up to me and said, "Hey, man, like, love the idea you're doing a podcast. Like, it's finally time." And I agree. I I don't know. I just this thing just kind of came out of nowhere. Want to make sure everybody can hear me. Yeah, everybody should be able to hear me. Cool. Still kind of working out all the kinks of this thing. It's still new. I'm not really. I used to be a professional, like going live all the time. I used to do uh, uh, Championship Wrestling Gulf Coast recap and spotlight right here on all the live streams, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. So I've got experience doing live streams. Pro Wrestling Roundabout used to do the live streams there. Of course, my old podcast, The Experience with Bryce Boudreaux. A lot of people don't realize that, but like I used to have a podcast that I really don't mess with it anymore, and that's the old Experience with Bryce Boudreaux. Terrible name, I know, but seems like the Bryce Boudreaux Show is the hit. Everybody's talking about it. BFC, like I said last night, a big shout out to somebody that really took a liking to it, and that was good friend Jason Borg. Uh, Jason Borg, love him, great guy. He works with a commission, and he's a timekeeper, and he's a pretty avid follower of sports and different radio shows and whatnot and podcasts. And he was like, "Dude, this is a great idea," and he said some very very nice things. I want to thank him on here. So absolutely. Well, I'm waiting for a few more people to kind of hop in here. I want to make sure all the privacy settings for all these live streams are public because we accidentally did the Yaya Ayash stream, and for some strange reason, Facebook made it private, so it didn't air live to everybody on Facebook. I guess you were available, like you could watch it after it was live on Facebook. So we're live now, so everybody's in here. What's up? How you doing? Drop a comment. What do you want to talk about? Did you go to BFC 72? Did you enjoy the show? A lot of people did. It was a success. I mean, place was sold out. You couldn't fit another person in there, and that's really impressive. And a lot of people that's from across the country might not understand. It's a Saturday night. Well, it's Saturday night in the middle of in the middle of Mardi Gras season in New Orleans. Literally, Mardi Gras is not this week, but next week. Um, so it's extremely hard to promote during Mardi Gras season. Joe Ancona, the great promoter of Bayou Fighting Championship, did it, and we sold the place out. The crowd was strong, crowd was hot, it was loud. Had some audio issues in the exhibition hall at the Bond Strain Center. Um, and the explanation for it, because I really didn't get to, I can't just get on the microphone and just start saying we're having audio issues, but the reason is because it's such a massive room and the ceiling is made out of pure aluminum, and so it just bounces off the ceiling. So maybe we'll work something out, get some pads in there, and pad the thing up and make it sound pretty good. You know, little things to work with, but it's also a new room that we're running our shows at. We'll probably do our big events in the actual main arena of the Bont Train Center, and all of our other events throughout the year will be in that exhibition hall at the Bont Train Center, which is also a beautiful room, might I add. The chandeliers hanging from the ceiling was really a nice touch. It just really cool vibe. We had some uplighting, our great production partners. They got uplighting going all around the building. So if you were there as a fan, you saw green and purple Mardi Gras themed uplighting. Let me see if I got some. This is a picture of a chandelier. Yeah, there you go. That's one of the big chandeliers. Hangs right over the cage. It's really cool vibe. Couple other pictures. There I am. See, there's a chandelier back there, some purple uplighting. So it's really cool production. It's another good shot. Ooh, we'll talk about that one here in a second. But yeah, it was an awesome event. BFC 72. It was a smash hit. Really was. Uh, who's all here? If you're here, drop a like, drop a comment. What's happening? How you doing? Did you go to BFC 72? Absolutely. So yeah, I don't know really know where to begin. I just want to say thanks everybody that's supporting the show. It's still new. We're getting it off the ground. And before I jump into talking about the actual card from last night, BFC 72, which happened in New Orleans, um, this podcast whole thing, I'll tell you just briefly of just kind of how it all started. Last week, week of fight week is what you can call it, leading up to BFC 72. Kind of had an idea to get a little bit more traction about the fight, just to get something out there. And I'm like, well, I got all this equipment, to live stream, and I've got literally I have a whole studio, and I really just haven't been using it like I could. And I'm like, man, let's do like a little interview with Yaya and Yaya Ayash in the main event, which we'll talk about that main event bout. Um, and I was just like, let's just bring Yaya, like do a little live stream with him. And then I'm thinking, well, why not just like make it even bigger than that. Let's make it a whole thing. And so I've been sitting on this name right here, the Bryce Boudreaux Show. Notice how it's spelled, right? Okay, this is the Cajun dialogue here, the Cajun whatever you want to call it, spelling, and that's how you spell O in this state. And so we just had kind of had the idea, like, well, let's make it big. Let's make it its own thing. Let's make it a brand. And so I'm like, yeah, I've been wanting to do something like this, been wanting to do a little podcast for a while, like a little live stream, whatever. And I'm like, I think this is the time to launch it and kick it into full gear. So got all the branding, everything worked out within maybe 24 hours. All the branding, everything was completed, and we made this brick wall. I hired some bricklayers to come in here. They laid all these bricks and they painted this. This is completely authentic and completely real. And they laid the bricks and we painted the Bryce Boudreaux Show on it, and branding. I got a logo top corner right there. There it is, right there, and a little scrolly scroll down there. And so you'll see, you know, stuff. I mean, if you've seen live streams, you know what this is going to be. So, but a little bit of like a background of what I plan on doing with this. I mean, so I'm booked on shows like every other weekend around the country. I was in New Orleans last night. I'll be in Dallas next weekend announcing for Elevate Submission Series, and we'll talk about that. But yeah, so my plan is to interview someone affiliated with the event, whether it be a fighter, performer, promoter, or whatever, to get some buzz going about the event, kind of, a little something extra. And during the week, I might do like a little Sunday live stream, kind of like this Sunday night live stream, just kind of a recap. Or during the week, just I don't know, maybe a random, in the weeks that I don't have a show, maybe a random interview with a personality or an athlete or performer or whatever. So yeah, I'm excited to see what we can do with this. The buzz was really high about the show last night. A lot of people came up to me, a lot of people that are wanting to be on the show. So it's pretty cool. Didn't think it'd get like this. So we're here. It's great. Shout out to everybody that's watching. If you're watching, drop a comment. Say what's up. Don't be shy. I mean, it's Sunday night. What time is it? It's 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Ooh, I just realized. Uh, Hold the Mayo, Devin Snow. I think his stream is starting like right now too. Man, my bad. I should have done this at a different time. Uh, More people watch this stuff, anyways. I mean, it's Hold the Mayo. How about Devin? Devin was at the fights last night. Let me see if I can pull that up. Yeah, there's me and Devin right there. Yeah, love having Devin hold the Mayo, man. Like I said last night, and I say it all the time. He made eating red beans on Mondays an institution in New Orleans, and now that's what everybody wants to do. RB and our day, and Devin is really the king of that. Just pure local culture, um, and keeping everything local, local showcasing of everything, local restaurants, local artists, and local fights. As he's at BFC last night, he came to a show a while back at the Pontchartrain Center, and he's been pretty busy since then. And he was there last night to support the show, and it's awesome seeing him. Great guy, New Orleans guy, from the parish, from St. Bernard Parish, and we love having him, as well as everybody with Hold the Mayo, um, Joe Show, Jordan Kitchens, all those guys, all of them. Appreciate Devin for coming out, man. Hold the Mayo at BFC. You really never know who you're gonna see at BFC events, and also who was there. Pretty cool. Luke Hawks. There's me and Luke before the show. Luke Hawks, founder of Wildcat Sports and Entertainment. Wildcat, the premier wrestling promotion of New Orleans. I mean, Luke also outside of the world of wrestling for Wildcat and running his promotion. Luke's an actor. You've probably seen him if you watched NBC's Young Rock. Luke was Stone Cold on NBC's Young Rock. So whole city knows Luke, and a lot of people are fans of Wildcat, and BFC, Bayou Fighting Championship, and Wildcat are looking to do some collaborations in the future, do some partnering, and so it's really cool. Like it's the two front runners of combat sports in New Orleans. You know, you got professional wrestling with Wildcat, and you got mixed martial arts, boxing, all kinds of combat sports mixed up with BFC, and both brands doing stuff together. I think is really cool, and I can't wait to see what we do. Um, it kind of reminds me of just kind of comparing, but I mean, like with the TKO group, how you got wrestling, WWE, and you got MMA with UFC and everything. And we're not saying there's an ownership group here that's going to be owning both promotions. It's not going to be that, but we'll be doing some collaborations. You might see some fighters at a Wildcat event. You might see some wrestlers at a BFC event. Like last night, they had some of the talent from Wildcat that was there. So it's pretty cool. And looking forward to seeing what we do with Wildcat. There's an endless amount of possibilities. Um, so, anyways, I don't want to jump the gun on all that. But anyway, if you're here, if you're watching, say what's up, leave a comment. Uh, Shout out. How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome to the Bryce Boudreaux Show. That's what everybody's talking about right now. It's what everybody was talking about last night. Last night was a hell of a show. Really was. American Men Roofing, title sponsor from last night, Mr. Craig Gironda. It was good seeing him. He's been hunting across the country. Craig Gironda, a local businessman, owns American Men Roofing. He gives back to the community a lot, and he gives back to a lot of the fighters. Oh, I just realized. Check this out. I'm wearing this brand new BFC black and silver T-shirt. This thing is really cool, comfortable shirt. Got it last night, and it's awesome. We have our own merchandise now, and now we have like not limited edition, but we have our own, you know, our own fight wear, I guess you can say. So you'll see some of the fighters rocking BFC stuff, So it's pretty cool. Long time coming. We used to have Loaded Pistols come in, and Marcus sold his stuff, and now we've kind of doing our own thing and own merchandise. So it's cool. Branding, that's what it's all about. Y'all know that. But yeah, American Men Roofing, title sponsor from last night, as well as Southern Eagle Nola, Bud Light, drink easy with Bud Light. Fleur de Leaf. This is pretty interesting. So Fleur de Leaf, I didn't really know a whole lot about them, but like they make THC infused coffee. Um, and you can get it at some places around New Orleans. It's pretty cool. Yeah. So anyway, Jacob Pellegrin, will you be announcing for Ragin? Well, Jacob Pellegrin, Ragin. I can only assume you're talking about Ragin Fighting Championship. Uh, coming to Lafayette on March 29th. Youngsville Complex. That Rage and Fighting Championship. I guess we can say it here officially. I will be the voice of Rage and Fighting Championship. Looking forward to it. This is I won't get into all the details, but Tim Crater, uh, first black belt in the history of Louisiana, UFC legend. Uh, you know, man who needs no introduction. Tim Crater has partnered up with Head Kicks MMA to kind of have their own identity in Lafayette. As you know, BFC was running events in Lafayette, partnering up with all the local gyms in Lafayette. Now BFC will just be a strictly more of a southeast Louisiana type thing, and Rage and Fighting Championship. I think it makes sense. It's a great name. Raging Cajuns. So looking forward to it. Rage and Fighting Championship. It's gonna be great. I've been looking at. Is it Eric Scallon's gonna fight Jason Slayton? If I'm not mistaken. I need to look more into the card. I've been so focused on all these other cards I've been announcing, but I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be great. Yeah, Jacob Pellegrin. Yep. Thumbs up. Drake Pellegrin's watching. Python. Drake Python Pellegrin. Drake is going to be fighting there too, I believe. Um, that's very sweet of you, Drake. Don't think I'm capable with anyone else announcing my name. Well, fighting with anyone else announcing my name. Well, Drake, here's the deal. Here's what you got to realize. The bigger you get and the other places you go, you're gonna have other people announcing you, bro. There's not just one announcer out there. But in Lafayette, I get it. You want me, yeah, that makes sense. I'm here. So yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. If y'all are here, don't be a stranger. Say what's up. Leave a comment. Let's get this party started, man. We're live on YouTube. I believe we're live on X as well. Maybe. Are we? Premium account on X. Come on. It won't let me do it. Never mind. So I'm not live on X tonight. Maybe we'll figure that out. I was supposed to be live on Instagram the other day, and that didn't work. What's with these apps? Like, you got to put in a copy paste link to go live. It should be automatic. Like, no problem. You can go live on LinkedIn. Like, that's crazy. Uh, Jacob Bellinger says Bruce Buffer next. Are you saying that Bruce is going to be announcing Drake next? I believe it. Absolutely. Drake is capable of that. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, man. So BFC 72, martial arts and combat sports for kids. Also, big shout out to them, the big nonprofit that helps out BFC events, led by Joe Ancona, promoter of BFC, gives back to the community. We had a lot of donations last night, actually, a lot of fans after they heard the message that we spread with martial arts and combat sports for kids, of course, providing tuition for kids and young men and women coming up in the fight world that maybe can't afford tuition to learn how to box or wrestle or you know compete in jiu-jitsu or whatever. Martial arts and combat sports for kids helps out with the tuition, so it's really cool. We had, like I said, some donations last night at the show. We didn't even ask people to donate, and people were giving donations, so it's really cool. Also, big shout out Swamp Room. We were there last night for the after party for a little bit. Swamp Room was popping always. Go get you a mouth-watering swamp burger. Swamp Room on Veterans. Love the Swamp Room. Also, Nicole's Limousine. Oh my God. As soon as the show was over, I'm hearing rumors that we've got a party bus. And yeah, we had a sprinter outside the building as soon as the show was over. A Mercedes Sprinter provided by Nicole's Limousine and Shuttle Service. Mr. Joe with Nicole's Limousine and Shuttle Service took care of us. Drove us all around town, took care of us, and it was great. Had a lot of fun. Quality vehicles. If you want to party, you want to ride in style to the fights and after the fights, just do it. Group of people together, put some money together, ride with Nicole's Limousine. Nicole's Limousine and Shuttle Bus. Love them. Good stuff. Had a lot of fun, and quality vehicles too. Absolutely. Um, Also, shouts out Nola Living Realty, Los Jefes, authentic Mexican cuisine. All of them. Use Bikes Direct as well. Get you a bike online and wherever. The juice is loose. The juice is here. What's up, Jack? Good to see you, buddy. Drop a comment, dude. How was the baseball? That's what I want to ask. Anyway, so I guess we'll kind of like go down the card. You want to do that? You want to talk about the card? I mean, we've already talked about everything else. We were live on combat sports coverage.com. Shout out to Mr. Tom Galdenzi, Tommy, for streaming the fights last night. It was great. Pay-per-view quality, from what I was told, the quality was pretty good. Also, Jared Cox was on commentary last night, so that's pretty cool. Um, anyway, so I guess we'll start. Walter Smith and Gavin Gill. Let me see if we actually have. 'Cause I don't have the finishes of everything. I should have wrote all that down. You think I would have wrote all that down? Maybe they posted. No, they didn't do it. Whatever. I'll just talk about the highlights. How about that? We'll just talk about the highlights of the show and whatever. Yeah, Myron Godet. I had somebody just message me about the Myron Godet. Myron Godet, our official, also New Orleans City cop. He's a motorcycle cop, New Orleans finest. Myron Godet did something really cool. So he wears these glasses, right? And they have a camera in them. It's Ray-Ban Meta glasses, and he's the referee. So the video is on his page, and I shared it on Facebook, and it's like it's a point of view video of him as a referee and in the cage, and I believe I don't remember who won. I think that was Tegan Billman and Roy George. Yeah, Tegan Billman with that sick head kick, and Myron caught it. And like the coolest part is like Myron like runs over there and is like "Ah, da, 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 stop, stop, stop. Because Tegan was gonna go on top of Roy and commence to finishing the job. Water's the beverage of choice tonight. Great hot dog. Jack says great hot dogs and lots of tall, cool Budweisers. I got to get the comments somewhere else because I can't see them. There they are. There we go. Cool. See, I got like 8 screens right now behind the scenes. This studio is insane. I got a screen over there. I got another one right here. I got one right here. So we got a lot going on. Yeah, great hot dogs, lots of tall, cool Budweisers. Yeah, Jack went and watched some college baseball today up in Austin, Texas. We got viewers in Austin, Texas, or outside of Austin, Texas. Appreciate it. Um, yeah, so Myron did that, and that was really cool. That was really cool to watch, and everybody's been talking about that. But yeah, that was a sick knockout. We had a couple of quick stoppages. We had one situation last night, which we don't like to have, but uh, we uh, we had a type of situation where we wanted to showcase. We normally do. We have at least one bout on the card. We call it the future of fighting, where we have two teenagers and not exactly 18. And we make it like an exhibition. This is the future of fighting. So we did like a Muay Thai bout. Two 17-year-olds fought each other. Um, it was Neil O'Day and Chaz Como fought each other, and it was a Muay Thai bout. And Chaz Como went down, and he was grabbing his leg, and he was, hollering, and he did something to his leg, and somebody said that he tore his ACL. I'm not really sure, but he got up. They got him walking, and by the end of the night, he was walking on it like no problem. The kid's tough as nails. It's Chaz Como. Like I said, that was the future fighting bout. Neil O'Day out of West Bank Social Club and Chaz Como out of UFC Gym Baton Rouge. Another fight that was pretty interesting went the distance. Went all three. No, it was a Muay Thai bout. Yeah, it went all 3 rounds. Um, Charles Killuminati Clark and Jay McLaurin. Charles Clark won by split decision. Arguably, like one of Charles's best fights he's ever had. I remember Charles used to, it didn't really go well for Charles in the past, and I think he's finally found his notch, and he's looking good. He looked great against Jay McLaurin. That was a hell of a fight. That might have got fight of the night. If it wasn't for Yaya and Justin Vasquez in the main event, that would have been fight of the night. Very impressive from Charles Illuminati Clark, and proud of him too. His corner was definitely happy. He deserved that win. Definitely did. Split decision. I'll tell you, point of view, being an announcer and announcing a split decision, because like a lot of people don't realize that only announcers know what this is like, and maybe the referees as well. But whenever the fight's over, goes all 3 rounds or 5 rounds, whatever. You go to the judges, and it's different in different states with different commissions. But in Louisiana, they give me the scores. I write the scores down. We go over it one last time, make double damn sure it's correct, because this is very important. And get back in the cage, get everything ready, set, get the official to get both guys ready and set, and everybody kind of quiets down or whatever, or I get the crowd to quiet down. At BFC shows, you got to get them people to quiet down because it's a party all night long. Everybody's partying and loud. So behind the scenes of a split decision announcement. So as I start to announce a split decision, you can cut the tension with a knife, and at the end of 3 bouts, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision, and you go to judge number 1, which in Louisiana, maybe we'll change this. Maybe we could get a change, but in Louisiana, for the safety of the judges, we do not name the judges. It's completely anonymous. We say judge 1, judge 2, judge 3. Boxing is a little bit different. I think boxing, they have you say their names, but it's different in every state. You know that, and whatever. But yeah, so I announced judge number 1 in the score. I think it was for Clark. Judge number 2 score was for McLaurin. Third and final judge scoring this bout, whatever the score was, and then you leave a good pause in there for your winner by split decision. And as soon as I say split decision, the crowd's waiting on me to say what corner wins, and so everybody's quiet. You could hear a pin drop, just like that, pin drop, and it's I love doing it. I love kind of like stretching out the pause a little bit. Dynamite Dave Hardy's the one that taught me about that. If you ever watch Dynamite, whenever he announces a split decision, I mean, he'll sell it. I mean, it's awesome. Yeah, are you a winner by split decision, or however he says it, and he looks around like he can't. Like, what do I say next? Yeah, fighting out of the blue corner, whatever. Fighting out of the red corner. Yeah, and the crowd loses it. So that moment doing that, I mean, that was like popping a balloon. I mean, Charles Clark fell to his knees, his corner tackled him. It was pretty cool. Happy for Charles Clark again. That was awesome. We'll talk about the main event here in just a few minutes. I wanted to touch on we got a new bare knuckle champion, y'all. BFC. Of course, the last event we did in December, we introduced our bare knuckle division, and that is being currently led by Duke the Nuke Sensley. I believe he was the number 1 ranked bare knuckle fighter in the state of Louisiana, and I believe he was 7 nationally in his division. I could be mistaken. David St. Pierre, my God, keep up the good work. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. How are you? Good to see you, bro. Welcome in. Glad you're here. Yeah, so Duke is a hell of a bare knuckle fighter. I mean, Duke gon' nuke him. That's what they say. That's his nickname. Yeah, so Duke won our first bare knuckle fight in December. I think the bout lasted maybe 12 seconds. 1 punch. That's all it took for Duke to nuke. And Dylan Bear, what's good, bro? Good to see you, man. Welcome. What's up, Dylan? How are you, buddy? Oh yeah, welcome. If you're here, drop a comment. Say what's up. I mean, we're just chilling. I mean, nothing crazy. My damn brick wall's about to fall down. These people, these guys, they laid the brick for this brick wall. This is brick. This is I'm hitting the brick. Pap, pap, pap. And they painted this logo on the brick wall. Had that done the other day. So anyways, what was I talking about? Duke Sensley. That's right. So yeah, first bare knuckle fight in December that we had at BFC was at the same building, at the same Ponce Training Center. and Duke knocked the guy out in like 12 seconds, and one punch. Duke gonna nuke him. Remember, right after the fight, we did a little post fight interview, and I was like, Duke, BFC has a bare knuckle division now. What are we gonna do about that? And he just said, "Who's next?" So yeah, so we got a bare knuckle division, and so everybody's pretty excited. This brick wall is giving me issues, y'all. You'll see what I'm talking about over there, right? I don't want to point out the flaws. We got to work on that, though. We got to work on that. Try to get away from there. Here we go. Maybe that's better. Oh, that made it worse. Oh no. There we go. Hey, already having technological differences here. I'm just gonna move this a little bit. That's better. Yeah. So yeah, bare knuckle division wide open, and last night he had a new challenger from American top team Coconut Creek, Florida, Wesley Golden, who was an MMA fighter and is now transitioning to the world of bare knuckle. And he's 1-1. Now he's 1-2 because he took an L last night against Duke Sensley. Duke, yeah, he knocked him down, and Wesley Golden couldn't answer to the count of 10. I mean, it went down. It was pretty bad. But you don't want to mess with Duke, bro. Duke's dangerous. Duke's got hands. They call him the nuke for a reason, man. The top bare knuckle fighters in the country, #1 in Louisiana, and he is now your new Bayou Fighting Championship light heavyweight bare knuckle champion. So happy for Duke, and we'll see what's next. Who wants to challenge him for that belt in the future? Uh, We'll talk about the main event. It was what we hyped up Thursday night here on, or Thursday afternoon here on the show. Muhrab Yahya Ayash taking on a guy from Miami, Florida, with an impressive resume, Justin Vasquez. Justin Vasquez representing Freedom Fighters MMA, and Yahya, of course, representing the West Bank Social Club. And of course, main event was presented to you by American Men Roofing last night. The bout was incredible. Fight of the night, went all 3 rounds, and Justin Vasquez won by split decision, and it was extremely close. I mean, it was extremely close fight. I don't know how the judges do it, but the judges do it, and extremely close fight, and fight of the night for a reason. Both guys, incredible fighters, lots of striking, lots of ground. There was a minor issue with the cage. We had something. There was an issue with the cage wall, and I think like the little, I don't know, grabbers that hold the cage wall kind of started. Um, Something happened. The fighters landed on that side of the cage, and it kind of started to pop out of the foam. So they had to fix that in the middle of the fight. And I remember Myron Godet reset the fighters on the other cage wall just to reset them. So it was pretty interesting. That doesn't really happen too often. But anything can happen in the BFC cage. Um, yeah. Kurt Thomas Casper, the man, dude. What's up, Kurt? How are you, man? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. You're the man. Uh, and if you're here, drop a comment, share if you can. If you don't mind. I mean, we're trying to grow it. I mean, it's a new thing. If you don't want to share, I mean, I'm not forcing you to. But yeah, so Yaya, of course, did not get the win, but he looked really good against a guy that has had an incredible resume. Justin has fought all over the place, and of course, he's fought a lot on Combate Americanas, also known as Combate Global. And so Justin's a hell of a fighter. And Justin even said, like, Yaya's a dog. Like, that dude is a great fighter. And man, Yaya looked really good. So did Justin, and that's why Justin won by split decision. It was extremely close. DJ Rami Johnson, what's up, Rami? Man, Rami is always tough, man. Rami always shows up. Sadly, didn't get the win last night, but that doesn't stop, man. Rami's got so much heart, man. Rami's tough as nails. Um, I want to be able to announce DJ Rami as a winner, which I've done it before. I don't want to do it again. So let's go, Rami. Do whatever you got to do. Let's do this thing, baby. You know, you're tough as nails. You got a heart of gold, and you got a great heart. And yeah, you're great. I love you, Rami. Thank you, brother. Uh, Kurt, it's funny you say that. BFC 73 should be on Clear Life. Um, well, I need to be clear. I should be clicking these comments. My bad, y'all. I should be clicking the comments and I'm not doing it. I totally should. Yeah, so Kurt, so that's a good point. BFC 73 should be on Clear Life Media. I agree. So here's the deal, and I'll tell you a little bit behind the scenes. Currently, we're with combatsportscoverage.com. Tom Galdenzi does an incredible job. We used to be on Combat Sports Now. There was an issue there that happened at the last minute, and we're no longer with Combat Sports Now. We started working with Tom Galdenzi with Combat Sports Coverage. We normally bring him in for our big events, but we BFC had several media companies reaching out, but it just always seemed like nothing was going to work. I have mentioned bringing in Clear Life to New Orleans, but you just have to be driving from Houston to New Orleans, and we could definitely talk about that. Hit me up. Let's get something going. And I agree because, man, I love working with Clear Life Media. And speaking of Clear Life Media, we'll talk about it here in just a few moments. But Elevate Submission Series. I should have saved the Elevate Sub Series graphic. Let me see if I can do that. Yeah, Elevate Sub Series. I'm headed to Dallas, Texas, coming up. I leave Friday night, so I'll be there Friday night. Hang out in Dallas a little bit. Love Dallas. I love the town. God, dude, Dallas is so freaking love it. I love it. Every time I go to Dallas, I hear the theme song from World Class Wrestling. You know, da 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 dum da 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 dum da 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 dum da 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 dum da 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 da. It's Dallas, all that. Dallas Cowboys, JFK. What else do I have to say? It's Dallas, and it's the home of Elevate Submission Series. Hold on one second. We're gonna make this happen. But like I was talking about, Elevate Submission Series is on clearlifemedia.com. And looking forward to that. Let's see. Let's get that event poster on there. Here we go. Let's do it. Un momento, y'all. Yeah, so Clear Life Media carries Elevate Sub Series. And I love working with Kurt, love working with Clear Life Media. Mr. John Bishop, Big John. How you doing, sir? Owner, promoter of American Combat Alliance up in this thing. Appreciate you watching, Mr. John. Love it. Maybe we can interview some of your fighters. I mean, this is the show isn't really signed to any promotion right now, so but I'd love to interview some of your fighters, absolutely, or interview y'all. Who knows? Maybe interview Dynamite. You know, yeah. That's how Dillis. That's how you pronounce Dallas. Dallas. Dillis. That's how a true Dallas resident pronounces Dillis. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Boom. Uploading. Dun-dun. There we go. That's where I'll be this weekend. Headed to Dallas. Big D. Dallas Cowboys. Elevate Submission Series. Elevate Submission Series. Live in Dallas, Texas, man. It's going to be freaking awesome. Um, of course, everything in Elevate, it's all submissions only. It's an awesome event to do. Last time, we went to Dallas the last time for Elevate Submission Series. I believe that was Elevate Submission Series 10. And now we're back for Elevate Submission Series 12 in Dallas, Texas, Dallas, and that's happening this Saturday, March 1st, kick off the month of March. Which, if you're in the combat sports world, you know all about the month of March. Everybody runs in March. So looking forward to being in Dallas this weekend, man. Got some family out there. Maybe go see them. A lot of great places to hang out there. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe go watch uh, Anthony Davis and the Dallas Mavericks. Don't know what's going on there. Salute to the Dallas Mavericks. We'll see what happens there. It's really cool driving into Dallas. There's a giant, like, Miller Lite, because like Miller, and Coors and all that, like they're like the big sponsors of the Dallas Cowboys and the Mavericks. So there's like a giant billboard that just has Miller Lite, and it's a big rock waterfall, and it's right there on the highway. It's really cool. All kinds of cool stuff to look at in Dallas. One of the coolest skylines in the country, one of the most recognizable skylines in the country. So looking forward to being back there. So yeah, like I was saying, man, we went to Dallas um, for Elevate Submission Series 10, and we what? Kurt, you'll be there? Dude, let's go. Because I remember you weren't on the last one. Um, you weren't on the last show that we had in Dallas. We had a God, I can't remember his name. Great guy, super good dude. Talks about wrestling and it's cool. But yeah, Clear Life Media is going to be out there. So the pay-per-view is going to be on clearlifemedia.com. We'll do more about it. We'll do more talking about the big show in Dallas. Probably this week. Don't really know exactly who we're going to have on. We're working on that, but we'll definitely have somebody with Elevate Submission Series on. Here we go. Whoa, whoa, this is a big one. Shout out to Mr. Joe Pepe the third. Love Joe Pepe. So I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Joe is a local business owner. He owns Blesco Dispensary, and he streamed the first episode of the Bryce Boudreaux Show at his dispensary. So that was pretty cool. We were streaming live from at a dispensary. So shout out to Joe Pepe, Blesco. You need any, medication, go see the man at his dispensary. Bless Goat. Just look it up. This is a big comment right here. I always thought David Hardy Jr. was going to give me the keys to the castle, but Bryce Boudreaux, you do an amazing job and exceeded our expectations. You are the heartbeat of any promotion that you are involved in. Keep up the great work. That would be a great interview. Man, bring a tear to a glass eye. Thank you so much, Joe. Love it. Joe's a great guy, man. Love Joe. Joe was a great official. Refereed last night. Actually, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that or not, but no, it's a show. Yeah, shout out to Joe, man. It's very nice comment. So, and we'll go back to this comment actually. So, from what I was told, the story, Joe, was that you, whenever you joined the commission, your original idea was you were going to be an announcer. If I'm not mistaken, that was the story I was told. You wanted to be an announcer. Uh, and David was like, "What?" And yeah, man, I appreciate it though. It's very kind words. And Joe, we can't do the show without you, man. You're an integral part of the commission and the officiating and judging and all that. So we appreciate you, and we appreciate your business as well, man. Blesco Dispensary, big shout out. And you're not even sponsoring the show. You're getting free advertisement. Huh. Um. Anyways. Yeah, so, I guess we'll do oh, here we go. Oh, no way. I asked Ricky if this was a stepping stone to be an announcer too. So, Joe, you joined the commission in order to try to become an announcer? That's damn, maybe that's what I should have done. What if I joined the commission thinking I was gonna become an announcer, become a referee or something? Be Basil Bam Bam Maju's little brother. Um, hell yeah, Joe. What we're talking about? Oh yeah, back to BFC 72. We'll talk more about Elevate Sub Series this week. It's going to be great. Dallas is awesome, but let's get back to New Orleans. Okay, let's not jump the gun that early. Let's talk about BFC 72 a little bit more, and we'll probably wrap this thing up here in a few minutes. So back to the main event. Yeah, took a loss, faced an incredible opponent with Justin Vasquez. A little bit about Justin Vasquez. So I'll share this great story. So this morning, woke up at the hotel room in New Orleans next to the venue. It's a hotel connected to the venue. It's pretty cool. We woke up and we normally go eat, have like a lunch the day after the show. Me and promoter Joe Ancona, and he said, "Hey, let's these guys from Miami, they fly out at 4 p.m. Let's treat them to some Louisiana cuisine. Let's take them out to eat. Why not? I mean, they have nothing else to do. What are they going to do? All day. waiting for their plane. Let's take them out to lunch. And so we brought him to R&O Seafood in Bucktown out there in Metairie, and right there on the lake, and kind of showed him around the area in Metairie, and showed where everything is, and went to R&O's, and we literally had a feast. Boiled shrimp, um, fried crab claws, fried seafood platter, soft shell crab, fried catfish, fried oysters, fried shrimp. Um, what else did we have? Oh, we had pizza. The best pizza in town is at R&O's. A lot of people don't know that, but definitely go check out R&O's. Love them. Had some R&O's pizza this morning. The crust is perfect, nice and crispy and thin. Um, R&O's pizza, and we had a muffalata. So these guys from Miami are eating muffaladas. They're eating, soft shell crab, and eating oysters, and all of that. And we yeah, we ate pizza, we ate muffaladas, and what else did we do? Oh, this is the best part. This guy comes up, and it's kind of a middle-aged looking guy, and he comes up to Joey, and he gets in his ear, and he's talking. And Joey doesn't even crack a smile, right? Like normally, if Joey sees somebody, he's messing with somebody that he knows, but this guy, he didn't even crack a smile. I'm like, I don't know what this is, but uh, this is a serious matter. This guy's not cracking a smile. Whispers in his ear. Joey looks at him, nods his head, looks at the table. The guy disappears. 2 minutes later, keep in mind, we are stuffed. We are full. We can't eat anymore. 2 minutes later, this guy shows up with 4 trays of crawfish. So, needless to say, I'm teaching these boys from Miami how to peel crawfish, and dude, it was great. There, this guy, I called him Pops. He was one of their coaches, older Cuban gentleman. Didn't have to teach him. I don't know how he already knew, but he already knew how to peel crawfish like a champ. He was ripping. It was incredible. But I was teaching all these boys from Miami how to peel crawfish, and it was pretty sick, in a good way. It was awesome. Like, we were full, and like, we couldn't eat anymore. We were miserable, but like, screw it. Let's get us a little sample. And the crawfish were fantastic at R&O Seafood. Awesome. Nice, hot, spicy, juicy with the garlic. I love the big cloves of garlic they do in there, and garlic's good for you. And we also got them some bread pudding. So boys from Miami got to eat them some bread pudding as well. So little behind the scenes look on how this morning started for us. And due to those boys from Miami, right? Look forward to seeing them in the future. Apparently, maybe they'll come back and bring some more guys from their camp and their team from Freedom Fighters in Miami up to New Orleans. Anyway, but I appreciated everybody tuning in tonight. It was a great episode. Looking forward to doing more of this. What did you like this? Was this okay? Do you want more? We'll give you more if that's true. Anyways, I think that's just about it for me. Let me see what else we got here before I go. See. Oh, there's a go. There was somebody took that picture of me. Pretty cool. There's Justin Vasquez right there. That's me interviewing Justin right after his fight, after he won. Good little post-fight interview there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you haven't done it yet, follow me everywhere on social media. Uh, Move my head. Facebook, Instagram. I'm on X, but I really don't even use it. And YouTube. We're live on YouTube right now. And shout out to everybody watching on YouTube. Ow, it just hit my knee. That hurt. Yeah, so shout out everybody. BFC 72 was a success, but we are out of BFC 72 season, and we are moving straight into Elevate Submission Series 12 live this Saturday in Dallas, Texas. Big D. We're headed there. I'm headed there. I'll be getting there Friday night. Go find something to do. I'll probably stay by the airport. That airport in Dallas is incredible. That's a whole city. Um, Incredible stuff. So I can't wait. It's going to be great. Elevate Sub Series 12. We'll be interviewing somebody affiliated with Elevate. By the way, going to be at the Southern Junction in Dallas, Texas, or Irving, Texas. Southern Junction, a venue that I have a lot of history with. And I mean, I don't know how much time we got, but we'll talk a little bit more about it maybe this week, about my history at the Southern Junction, how I worked with SWE Fury there, and I was fired in that building. We'll talk about that. Maybe I'll do a shoot story and tell that story again. So if you want to hear that, holler at me and we'll talk about it maybe this week. I guess that's it. I think everybody got tired and went home. Thank y'all for watching. If you haven't done it yet, share this episode, share the page. Let everybody know you're watching the Bryce Boudreaux Show. I definitely appreciate it. Uh, yeah, thank y'all for watching. Seriously, if you haven't done it yet, like, subscribe, all that, all over social media. I give you all my social medias one more time. There you go. Follow me on Facebook. Friend me on Facebook if you want to. I accept all friends. And follow me on Instagram and follow my ex and subscribe to the YouTube. Big shout out to everybody that subscribed to the YouTube. So the other day, whenever I made the announcement on Facebook, I'm like, look, I need some help. I need some subscribers on YouTube. That was the reason why, was because I use my YouTube just to upload sizzle reels. So if I needed to send a promoter a reel, look, there's my YouTube. Go look at a video. I never cared about getting subscribers. I had maybe 10. I didn't. It was just random people subscribing, friends, family, whatever. I asked one question. I asked one favor, if everybody could subscribe to the YouTube, and boy, did they. Within one day, we went from 10 or 12 to 50. The next day we had 75. The next day we had 100, and we're sitting at 100 right now, a little over 100, I think. Actually, I think we are at a absolute 100 whole number. So thank you to everybody. Appreciate it that subscribe to the YouTube. So shout out to everybody that watches it on YouTube. Let me get this off the screen. So I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks everybody for watching. It's a pretty cool night. Shout out to everybody that watched. Jacob Pellegrin, Drake Pellegrin, Jack Wyrick, DJ Rami, Damien St. Pierre, uh, Kurt Thomas Casper, Mr. Big John Bishop, and of course Joe Pepe the third. Thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate you. And I don't know what else to say. I need a better outro. We go back to what my old outro was, and that's what we'll do. I guess we'll bring back my old outro that I used to do on the Experience. Let's do that. Let's do that. So, the Bryce Boudreaux Show. This has been Bryce Boudreaux saying good night. And no, I can't. I can't do that. This doesn't even make any sense. Bryce Boudreaux Show, because it goes right to left. Because it goes right to left. I can't even do that anymore. It doesn't even make any sense. I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. Who's here? Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Who this? What's happening? Yo, thanks for popping in. I'm actually about to shut this thing down. Hey, from Mississippi, let's go Drake Pellegrin. I agree. Let's go Drake Pellegrin. Drake Python Pellegrin fighting fighting coming up March 29th at Raging Fighting Championship in Youngsville, Louisiana. Looking forward to announcing them. Yeah, if you didn't hear, that's the news. I'll be working with Raging Fighting Championship this March and their future dates as well. So looking forward to it. I got a busy March. Man, oh man. I was going to do an outro and stop this thing, but I'll tell you about my March. Oh my God. I totally forgot. Tomorrow night, Monday Night Hoops, senior night, McNeese basketball. Taking on UTRGV, University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Senior night, season finale, regular season finale. I don't know if you've heard, McNeese Cowboys, back-to-back season champs, um, you know, conference champs. What am I saying? Back-to-back conference champs in the Southland Conference underneath the direction of Will Wade. All of our wonderful seniors that helped build this program to what it is right now. They will play their final regular season game tomorrow night, Monday Night Hoops, live at the Legacy Center. I'll be on the court, hyping everybody up, talking about our wonderful sponsors, and I can't wait. The place is going to be crazy loud. Sadly, missed Saturday's game against Corpus Christi, but they won the game anyways. It didn't need me. So, anyways, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I appreciate you all watching. Oh, you want to hear about March? Let's talk about March real quick. March 1st, Elevate Sub Series in Dallas. March 7th, and I'm going to talk more about it, but March 7th, headed to LaBerge in Baton Rouge, working with Titan Combat Championship for their next event at LaBerge, Baton Rouge. First time I've ever announced there at LaBerge. Pretty cool. Yo, Trucker Jones is in here. What's up? He's a big Alabama fan. did Alabama like lose in baseball or they won? I don't even know. But there he is, Trucker Jones, Alabama fan. Roll Tide, they say. Roll Tide, roll. I don't know about all that, but there he is, Trucker Jones, good brother from the wrestling industry, and he's still healing it up out there. Uh, yeah, so I'm in Baton Rouge. I'm in the 225 trucker. Maybe you come out. Maybe we get some Pro Wrestling 225 boys in the house. Titan Combat Championship on March 7th in Baton Rouge at La Berge. Looking forward to doing a casino show. Those are always a whole hell of a lot of fun. And then March, uh, let's see, let's move forward. Oh, yeah, March 14th. I'm doing a really cool event with a couple of the fraternities at LSU. More information about that event's going to be coming out here soon, but I think they're calling it Gloves versus Greeks, and the proceeds will be going to the Steve Gleason Foundation. Legendary Saints player, block punt. Remember it like it was yesterday. Steve Gleason. The proceeds are going to be going to his foundation. Again, I think it's called Gloves versus Greeks. LSU fraternity is going to be putting that one on. We'll have some people from them going to be maybe on the show. That week though, March 10th through the 14th, I've got something exciting that I'll be announcing here soon. Looking forward to announcing too. So it'll be right here in the state of Louisiana. It'll be a week-long deal, and we'll talk more about it soon. March 15th, back in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, MNC Promotions. Looking forward to it, man. MNC Promotions on May 15th. May 15th. March 15th. That's going to be a fun show. MNC always throws down. It's kind of a different vibe at their shows. You know, we bring the professionalism out there. Old school stomping grounds of Savage Fights and Gulf Coast MMA. So it's always cool to be reunited with everybody out there. Go to Jay's Tavern too, man. I love Jay's Tavern in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Let's see what we got next in this busy damn month of March. Got some potential stuff happening on the weekend of the 21st and the 22nd. Something pretty exciting that another exciting thing I'll be getting to do, and I can't talk about it yet, but I'll be talking about it soon. Um, Friday, March 28th, I'm headed back to New Orleans. BFC 73 going to be going down live at the Harley Davidson dealership in Metairie. Our charity event that we do yearly, we'll be doing it at BFC 73, of course. We give back all the proceeds of the show go to martial arts and combat sports for kids. The only event we do all year where the proceeds all go to MAK, martial arts and combat sports for kids. Yeah, it's a fun, intimate show. We literally put a cage inside of a Harley Davidson dealership and do an MMA show. A lot of the guys on the come up, a lot of the younger fighters coming up, they get their chance to shine. It's kind of like a house show that we do. So it's fun, and the proceeds all go to a great cause with MAK. And then March 29th, looking forward to it, the first ever show underneath the Ragin' Fighting Championship brand. That's going to be going down March 29th in Lafayette, no, in Youngsville, Ragin' Fighting Championship. Tim Crater, along with the guys at Head Kicks MMA, and apparently a secret investor, is going to be joining them along with that. And that will wrap up my month of March. Also, might I add about Ragin' Fighting Championship in Youngsville while we're on that topic, a big shout out to a good buddy, Carter Semino. Carter Semino had me on his podcast, Acadiana Cast. That's probably the best interview I've ever done. That's going to be coming out here in a few weeks, I think, or maybe tomorrow. Who knows? So I'm looking forward to that. Carter Semino, that was a really good interview that I did. Talked a lot about my career, and he's a great interview. We did some fun stuff, and looking forward to it coming out. Trucker Jones, my bad, man. I should have read this comment a lot sooner. Got anything May 10th? Well, let me see. Hit me up. Send me a message. We'll talk. Anyways, everybody, I'm gonna get out of here. It's time to go. we've been on for an hour. Originally just wanted to go for 30 minutes, but we've been on for an hour. Looking forward to bringing somebody with Elevate Sub Series this week on the show and talk a little bit more about Elevate Sub Series 12. But thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate you once again. I'm gonna get out of here, and thanks for watching again. I'm out of here. I'm gonna come up. I'm gonna use AI. We're gonna use AI, and we're gonna write a better outro. But until then, that's a wrap.